Good morning. So, update on the, I'm going to call it coffee spill gate of 2023. Yesterday, I was telling you guys that I had spilled some coffee down here when I was wrapping up the bath bombs. When I plugged all the chargers back in, because what I left out yesterday because I was embarrassed, is some of the coffee got on the chargers that was sitting on the windowsill. So when I plugged them back in, all of them had lights that came on like this one, and they were all working. But then later, Jerica called me down and said, hey, why are like more than half of these chargers not working? I told her that I have no good answer for that. I first told her that like I'd spilled on the chargers. I don't know, it took a while for them to decide that they weren't gonna work. So I brought them all upstairs, like cleaned them off even more, got Q-tips, all the little entrances to all of these chargers, and I got 2 of the 3 that weren't working to work again. And that was up there, so I'm gonna see if they're working again in this receptacle down here. It looks like I didn't get clean the, actually, I'm gonna unplug this before I start using this moist towel to clean off the receptacle. Okay, unplugged now. And yeah, it looks like I didn't clean off all of these openings down here. I think it was the USB chargers that weren't working. They were working in dry USB chargers up there. I'm gonna let this dry out for a few minutes so if there is any moisture in there it can clean out. Maybe I'll go put it by the dehumidifier. That's a good idea. Okay, so the lights on the chargers came on for like 10 or 15 seconds and then they slowly fade out. So I think the issue here is just the entire receptacle. So I'm gonna go and order another one of those. In the meantime, this one here that actually has one of the plugins still works. I unplugged this one. This is the one that I replaced already. That wasn't working at all, but I actually don't think this is my fault. This is more like a connection in there. This is very loose and it kind of lights up sometimes. You can hear that, it's already like coming apart. It lights up sometimes when you get it just right, but I've ordered a new charger for this because that connection is loose. So it could have been a lot worse. Moral of the story is don't bring untopped coffee down into your studio space because you might spill it. But I did make sure to keep it away from product. Could have been worse, could have gotten the product, but yeah, just be careful down there when you bring coffee. Maybe put a lid on it in a tumbler.
So here is my lip balm label that I'm going to be printing soon and putting on the new lip balms because I tested them and they're incredible. They're perfect. So I'm definitely going to be adding them to my line as of Monday. So by the time you see this video on Monday, I don't think they'll be up yet because I usually restock later on in the day. So check back later on today, which is Monday, which is in the future. Not only have I been working on the labels for those lip balms, but I've also been working on the labels for all of the bath bombs. So now I'm just gonna head down to the studio and get all of the bath bombs completed, wrap up those lip balms, and get some orders out the door. I don't know if I'll be able to get all of the orders out the door, but definitely the ones that were ordered earlier on in this week, and then we'll just continue. Hopefully we'll be able to fulfill everything by at least Monday. So Kale got me a replacement for or how about you tell them the update?
I just ordered another outlet that goes into the receptacle.
Because we found out that actually shorted as well from the coffee.
Yeah, and there's 6 power outlets and 4 USBs. The one you have down there only has 3 USBs, so you're welcome.
Okay. Anyone else's dog lies down like this? Oh, do you feel self-conscious, Gibson? I'm sorry.
Tonight for dinner, we are having prime rib roast. This is the smallest prime rib roast I've ever seen, and it was like the perfect size for just Jerica and I. We usually get bigger ones when we're hosting people. Like we got a big one that fed like 10 people for Canadian Thanksgiving, but we have like a small one here, maybe with like 1 meal left over too. It's nice and fatty on top.
So I have my bath bomb labels printed on cardstock, and as you saw, I was using an Avery program online. Even though these aren't Avery labels, I like using their online software to arrange my bath bomb labels. And these are pretty much, I think they're 8 inches long. These are 8 inches long. Yeah, these are 8 inches long, and they fit perfectly around a 5-ounce bath bomb with these guys. And to fasten the labels, I use these glue runners. I don't know the official name of these, but it's basically like a glue dispenser. It's like a double-sided glue. And these are super handy, and they're also really sticky. So I just put a little bit on here, wrap it around my bath bomb so that the name of it is along the top. I used to wrap it around where the Saturn ring was, but that never fit properly and it always moved around too much. So I found if you just go over the top of it, it fits so much better and it stays in put so much nicer. And that little dab of glue is enough to keep the band fastened right here. How cute is this bath bomb? Love it. This is my Snow Angel bath bomb. One of the first that's sold out on my website. I'm excited to add more bath bombs. I need to add bath bombs in the scents of my core line. That's coming soon. I need to figure out a production schedule that'll keep my website stocked. That's coming together. I have this vision and I'll probably be able to execute it by January 2024. I'm so ready for January 2024 to come. I'm really thinking 2024 is going to be an awesome year. I was reading this book and it's called The Psychology of Money for those who are dipping their toe in the entrepreneurial world. This is one of the books that you should definitely read because it goes into things like patience and waiting to see how something plays out without quitting too soon or knowing when to quit. There are a lot of lessons in there that I've been able to apply to my own business, and it's just an incredible book. There was an entire chapter devoted to optimism and how optimism is so overshadowed by pessimism because people feel more safe being pessimistic versus optimistic, and I'm choosing optimism in 2024. I'm going to envision good things for myself, and that it's going to just be a year where things come that I can't even plan for because I'll never even imagine myself getting there. So I'm opening myself up to these opportunities, and I invite you guys to do the same. There's a difference between being optimistic and delusional, and I think I'm being optimistic in a sense where what I'm hoping will happen will be within reach, and what I'm hoping will happen will be just a great sales year. The year that I was in Calgary, sales were okay. They weren't, definitely not as good as my sales when I lived in Midland, and that was mainly because we didn't do any in-person shows. We didn't do any farmers markets. That was a year that we trademarked a lot of things, so a lot of our revenue was eaten up by that. Now this year I'm trying to scale my business a little bit, which means investing in some pretty expensive equipment. The way I've always run my business is we pay for everything in cash. We never do any debt. So a lot of the revenue of what I've made so far has gone right back into buying more supplies, and it will probably continue to be like that as I add more furniture that the studio needs. Like right now things are sitting on folding tables and they should really be on a more sturdy platform. Like I'm pretty sure Kale's coffee flew off that table because it was pretty rickety. So that's one of the things that I want to focus on in 2024. So my plan for buying this expensive equipment is to take a certain percentage of the revenue and put it into an equipment fund in a bank account that Kale and I will open up for our business. And once that account reaches a certain number, then we'll be ready to invest. And that way we won't spend too much on things. That does mean I'll have to wait a little bit longer to get certain things, but I'm okay with that. I don't want to drain my funds in my account in all this equipment so that I'm struggling to pay it back. I just want to have a more cautious approach when it comes to big investments in my business. Some might point out that there's opportunity costs in doing that. The longer that I wait to invest in equipment to scale my business, the longer it will be for me to be able to make those sales. And so there's that to consider. but I also want to do it in a pace that I'm not stressing myself out too much and I'm not getting too overwhelmed. I've always been the slow and steady type of small business owner, so I'm okay with waiting a while. I was editing and I saw that Kale unboxed the Caterpillar, which is a slab or a log splitter to cut soap that you've made in a large slab mold. I'm hoping to use that next week, because that's when I have my slab soap making project planned. It's gonna be next week. So here are my lip balm labels. I'm gonna go ahead and start labeling. For those who are curious and have been asking, these labels are from Online Labels, and they have really great labels for laser printers, which is what I use to print all of my labels in-house. And I designed them in Illustrator. That on here, I like their lip balm labels that have the little seal tab. And there you go. That is my lip balm label, simply called Peppermint Mocha. I'm excited for my customers to try this new lip balm formula. I really, really, really like it. I think when I launch these lip balms on Monday, I'm going to have 3 flavors to start, or maybe 4, I don't know. I have a few fun flavors in mind, so I'm excited to reveal them when the time comes. I've also been reading the comments that you guys have been leaving for Kale's video, because let's be honest, that is Kale's video, and I'm so glad to see that you guys enjoyed hanging out with him for that Vlogmas. He had so much fun filming that, by the way. He was really excited for me to edit that footage. It really is so helpful to have a partner that enjoys that aspect of things, because it's not easy to vlog, and it's not easy to put yourself out there and film yourself. That's a challenge all in itself, but he did such a good job. I'm so proud of him. Something smells good.
Smells good in here?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh. All right, let's see.
All right, I'm gonna be cutting with my non-dominant hand here for the sake of camera angles. Oh.
Oh, that's a perfect.
That's a perfect color. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kale and I like our meat medium rare to rare. Good job, this looks amazing.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah, some broccoli, and some gravy, and some mac and cheese. I'm just gonna take a quick dinner break, and then once I have some dinner, then I'm gonna go back down and continue fulfilling packages. Oh, that looks so good.
Hey Google, can you shuffle Kale's playlist?
Alright, playing Karsh Kale Essentials on Apple Music.
Hey Google, play Kale's playlist.
Alright, here's Karsh Kale on Apple Music.
Hey Google, can you shuffle Kale's playlist?
Playing Setlist, Lil Baby's It's Only Us Tour on Apple Music.
So we're working on the orders and fulfilling them, but I'm also having to fulfill my Golden Bubble packages. I do a monthly gift to people who subscribe to my $50 Golden Bubble tier. And the gift for November were these beautiful Forest Fairy soaps. So if you have ordered from me already, and so I slipped this Forest Fairy soap in with their order, but now I'm sending out the rest of them. You're gonna get this and a lip balm. But usually this part goes by really fast because packages are very similar, and all I have to do is line them up, put them into the packages, and then buy the shipping label, stick the shipping label on the package, and then that's it. And I do that once a month. No, you have to go on this side because you're gonna be taller. You have to get all of you in. Are you fully in?
Barely. If I lean back like this.
So I haven't completely done the Golden Bubble packages. We'll finish that off tomorrow. But we got the orders mostly fulfilled. There's a couple that still need a few items, which I'll also have to make tomorrow. So it'll be a busy day tomorrow for me. But pretty much we are rolling along in busy times.
You're doing good work.
Thank you. Yep. And everyone loved your vlog, by the way.
Good.
The comments are really good.
Good.
Have you been reading them?
I did earlier when you first put it up, but it's been a few hours now.
But that is it for today's vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you want any of the recipes to make the stuff that you see here in this vlog, then there's a link to that down below. But if you want to purchase the creams and the scrubs, those are going to be in stock. And if you check on later on today, then we are going to have the lip balms in the website as well. So at some point when you're watching this video, you go to my website and it's down. It's because I'm restocking. So keep checking back and everything will be there except for the bath bombs and the soaps, which I'm working on restoring and getting back on the site, which will happen hopefully by next week. I want to take a quick moment to thank my Bubble BFFs. Their names are over here. And all of my patrons who choose to support me on Patreon, and everyone who's been watching our Vlogmas journey. Thank you for watching, commenting, liking, and just being here with us. We appreciate each and every one of you. But until the next video, keep smiling and keep being awesome, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!